Today we're going to be looking at Sorare NBA Game Week 26 that starts January 16th. I'm filming this video on Wednesday, January 14th, a couple days in advance. Obviously, some things will change before the games occur, but just giving you an idea on some lineup setting that I do. You'll see on the screen here, I've used Sorare NBA Jet. I do pay for the product, not sponsored by any means. Nothing in this is financial advice, just hoping to provide some tips, show you guys my process in this. We'll start off, it is a little chilly outside today in Minnesota, and I just happened to get a nice, lovely package from Sorare in the mail, straight from France. So we got part of the Christmas promotion, the Sorare Winter 26. I got the winter pack off of the wheel on Christmas Day. Got the gloves, got some socks here. Will not be putting the socks on. Sorry for you people that are into feet. No judgment. Just not doing that for the show today. And I got this nice, lovely scarf. You can see right there, Sorare. I do live in Minnesota. It is a chilly 13 degrees out. So the scarf and the gloves will definitely come in handy. And you can always use more socks. So again, we're starting off here with Sorare NBA Jet. I use the lineup tool here. I got a pretty large gallery, in my opinion, not as big as some that I've seen out there, but it's pretty good size. So this helps me with the process of setting lineups, getting ideas, seeing kind of what can fit in here and there. Allows you to make some decisions. Basic interface right here. We'll start off in season. They did take away the common tool on this, which if anybody from Sorare NBA Jet happens to be viewing this, thank you. But I would love it if you guys could bring back the common tool. The common game is kind of pointless at this point of the year, but still, it would be nice to see some other options of ways I can use my cards. So we're going to start off here going with the common champion or limited champion. You do see I do have like 6 rare cards, but I do not play the rare game at all on the NBA side. I do an MLB. If you like the content here, might do some MLB videos coming up, hopefully, knock on wood, whatever this desk is made out of. We will get this going here. So we're going to start off, you just click the contest you want in the slot, generate your lineups. Usually takes a couple seconds. I use this a couple times prior to the game week just so I can kind of see the different options, who they project well. These lineups are strictly built off of projections based on caps. One of the tools I do like that Sorare NBA Jet has is this option here where it says, hey, if you want to buy Domantas Sabonis, put him in for Chet Holmgren, it'll boost your projected score, and you can fit him in that slot right there. It's nice. I don't really buy more cards off of this. This time of year, I'm not really buying cards, trying to stick to crafting or using winnings from the contests, from the streaks, to put it back into the product here. With that said, looking at this right off the bat, scared because, I mean, with the weekend set, you got a lot of one-gamers, and it really likes OKC against Miami this weekend. See, Luka's kind of my standard here. I was fortunate enough this season to craft Luka not once but twice, which is a huge win in my opinion. Wasn't going to probably buy him otherwise. No disrespect to Luka, just, you know, out of the price range. You'll see it's like in my classic Shea here. I kind of like this one right off the bat here, where we got Luka, Shea, Cat, Daniel Gafford, and Cason Wallace. Haven't played Cason Wallace a ton this year, but with 16, he's a good one. So if you see a lineup you like in here, you can kind of go through. I'm kind of leaning a little more on this lineup here with Cat versus Chet Holmgren. So that's what we're going to select. Put that in. Hit the little save option here. Going on to my... Now, normally I'm kind of teeter at this point. You know, I always do the champion slot 1 first, just to see if I want to do that or if I want to go on to limited. Right now, I do presently in game week 25 have a limited streak going, so that might be my next priority to see if I can get that. If I like the options here, kind of slide through and just see. See, we got the Timberwolves here. Go Wolves coming up. Interesting back-to-back matchups. Houston on Friday night and then San Antonio on Saturday. Could be an interesting setup for the Wolves, who handily beat the Milwaukee Bucks last night. Let's just, for purpose of research here, let's go just check out and see what this one is looking like. Okay, so nothing super fancy, and it's trying to get me to fit in Luka over in here. I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to keep Luka in a champion lineup here. And I'm just going to go back and generate again here. And I don't really like seeing the out tag on Mathurin. So, we are going to go with the third suggested option here for now. These lineups will change, but this is, again, just taking an early look at what we got going on this weekend. We got the Lakers playing at Portland and then home against Toronto. The Kings, Malik Monk, kind of a sneaky one. We're going to put him in there. Malik Monk can always pop. For purposes of this video, we are going to just switch over to this one here, and we're going to speed it up here, fill out some lineups. This one, haven't seen Reed Shepherd as a suggested option in a while. Wow, and it's going classic D-Lo. Okay, well, we'll trust the projections on this one. This might change depending on what we see from Mathurin's status. Apologize if there has been any updates. We're going to go right in and try to speed up and get slot 2 here. Slot 2 is putting J-Dub in there. And then we got Keyshawn George, Clay Sam Hauser, and Dylan Harper. Kind of like that. There's some potential there, so we're going to put that. You see, when you click the save option here, it puts them over there on the right side. Makes it a little easier for when you want to get into the transferring over to lineups, and I'll show you that in a second here. So for my purposes, we're just going to stick on the in season. I do have quite the gallery of classic cards. We'll save that for another time. So again, I like this. I do feel that Ant will probably come back. It says game time decision right now. Taking game time decision chances on a lot of guys here. Let's see. Do I like Zion or do I like Chet Holmgren in this case? We are going to take a chance with the Minnesota boy, Chet Holmgren here, and with Bogdanovich as well. Right now, sticking in champ. Feel like even if I don't totally perform champ, actually recently one of my better champ lineups was my 5th slot. We got Gobert coming back. Now, with Rudy Gobert, there is an interesting option I want to pivot to real quickly here. Not financial advice, but it is something I definitely recommend you consider. French rookie, Johan Berenguer. He's going to crack into the lineup. With Rudy's technical flagrant foul situation, every flagrant he gets the rest of the year, he will be down for 2 games each time. So the Wolves took a chance last night, granted against Milwaukee, but Berenguer got some time, and you can see he played pretty well. Solid 23 points. He's still finding his feet in the league. He's not getting a whole lot of run right now for the Wolves, but you'll also see that the market is definitely reacting to his inclusion. Kind of when Rudy got suspended, you see it started popping up and more people started buying him. So something to consider going forward here. Back to the lineup setting. We are going to go with Tyrese Maxey, Zion Williamson, Rudy, Dub, and Jackson Hayes in this slot. We're going to fill in a couple more of the contenders here. And you'll see this is very easy to use. This tool, you connect it to your Sorare account, builds out your gallery, and then you get to see what you got available. Tony Bradley, cheap option with the 5 cap. Ooh, I do like Bones. Bones is getting more run for the Timber Puppies as well, so we're going to go with that one. At this point, these lineups are all kind of a crapshoot. I don't like Jalen Green. Unfortunately, we are going to skip Jalen Green. We got Mr. Wagner, Brandon Miller, Matas, Kaysen. Bronny James is a suggestion. Okay, well, I mean, it does allow me to go a little more cap heavy on the top end here. And if you stuck with me this far, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you don't know about me, my name is Aaron Borland, obviously, as the channel implies. I appreciate you coming out and looking at this. We're going to speed up here. This one is a little spicy here with Cade, James Harden, Cooper Flag. We're going to pop that in there. And then we're going to get one more contender. Ooh, heavy on the Wolves here, but you know, again, earn some XP. We got Joe Ingles. You know, I got to give it up for my boy Joe Ingles. So we'll put you in here. And then so we got those filled out. I could go on a little longer here, but we're gonna send it over here. So again, it gives you kind of a little disclaimer. It says gonna send over to Sorare. No, don't close the window. It's gonna ask you to validate on Sorare. Usually takes a couple seconds for it to come over here. And again, I hope this is helpful for everybody that's watching it still. Thank you. I appreciate it. Been trying to get back into the groove here and do a little more of these. Got a little more free time available, so I think I might be doing that for you guys. And just pops in, and you can see that these lineups are popping in as well. And just like that, they are in. You can change them at any time. I just like using the Sorare NBA Jet tool because it gets you where you need to be a little faster. And all those lineups are in. Again, leave you with a nice little look at Johan Berenger. Thanks for coming out today, everybody. Have a good one. Peace.